Paul Horton struck his second LV County Championship 100 of the summer as Lancashire kept in touch with their opponents Durham on the second day of their relegation battle at the Emirates Old Trafford. Durham started the second morning on 329 for 8, having been at 82 for 5 at one point, but they were soon dismissed. Ben Stokes fell to the 11th ball of the day, Simon Carrigan with his 4th wicket of the innings as Ashwell Prince held on at long on. Tom Smith then took his 53rd wicket of this campaign to move to the top of the wicket-taking charts as Chris Rushworth drove him to Usman Khawaja, Smith ending with 5 for 45, his 4th 5-wicket haul of the 4-day season. Durham were all out for 340 in 99 overs, and that left plenty of work for the Lancashire batsmen to do. Over the last few seasons, they've struggled to get off to many good starts at the top of the order, but this day was very different, with Horton in superb form right from the off. Whoever Paul Collingwood turned to, Horton dealt with them easily on this previously used test pitch, which was again offering an ideal balance between bat and ball, although bat was dominating for now. Horton was also dominating the strike and the scoring, reaching his 50 in the 24th over of 87 deliveries with his 6-4. His partner, Lewis Rees, back in the side after what has been a tough sophomore season, had only just made it into double figures off 55 balls at the other end at this stage. And that pattern continued, with the more experienced opener expressing himself throughout with some terrific shots off both the front and back foot. The 100-run partnership was brought up in the 33rd over, by which stage Horton had moved into the 70s and was showing no signs of easing up, picking off his boundaries at will, while Rees battled really hard at the other end. Boundaries from the left-hander, who made such an impact when he came into the first team last summer, were few and far between, but he did play an important role. The closest Durham came to breaking through was with some LBW appeals, this the closest of them, as Rushworth was denied by the umpire. Horton made 94 of an opening stand of 138, which was ended in the 48th over, as Rees on 36 made in more than 3 hours, tried to work Scott Borthwick to leg, only to be caught by the sprawling Collingwood at slip. Borthwick then struck again in his next over, Khawaja lobbing a simple catch to the bowler to go with just 2 runs to his name. Horton was still there, however, and a delicious drive through the covers off Stokes took him to the 20th 100 of his first-class career. It had come off 166 balls, that being his 12th boundary in what was an exceptional knock from the 31-year-old. He didn't last much longer though, having made 114 of the 174 runs on the board. He was LBW to the deserving Rushworth. Ashwell Prince had an early half-life in his knock. It would have been a stunning catch at short leg. But instead, Durham picked up the wicket of Stephen Croft at the other end, the batsman picking the wrong ball from John Hastings to shoulder arms to. Borthwick was given a long bowl to see if he could match Kerrigan's figures of the first innings of 4 for 86, with fellow Durham spinner Ryan Buckley suffering with a virus. There was some rough to play with outside Prince's off stump, but both he and Alex Davis, back down the order after a spell of opening the innings with Horton, dealt with him well. Prince has been Lancashire's best batsman this season, his last, and he got to a 50 for the 4th time with this shot off Stokes that took him to his half-century of 96 balls, from which he'd struck 6 fours and battled hard for his runs in between. He'd added 58 runs with Davis for the 5th wicket, only for the latter to fall just before the close, Stokes with some extra pace and bounce to have the batsman caught in the gully by Callum MacLeod for 25. But Prince remained to go into day 3 on 58, made out of his side's 256 for 5, which leaves Lancashire 84 runs adrift. The penultimate morning will be another important one for both teams, neither of which has grabbed the initiative yet.